We be alive. Hello, Durud and Shalom.
Welcome back, everybody. Today we have some unprecedented news that all the Arab countries' military leaders have met with Brad Cooper, including two that have never met before, and it seems like some alliances are being formed. Lebanon is forcing Hezbollah to come to the negotiating table, which has also never happened before. There are some wild claims coming out of the Islamic Republic from several different politicians claiming that a coup has happened. The Kurdish separatist invasion has some massive updates with a lot of casualties being reported all of a sudden and ballistic missiles being flown overhead. Khamenei's funeral is coming up in 2 days, and we have some big updates. We have the route that they're traveling, the aerial route, everything, all the details are given. There's tents set up around the city and everything, and a lot of controversy surrounding it as well. Mujtaba Khamenei's wife had her funeral, and guess who wasn't there for his wife's funeral? We might be able to guess that. The United States has started payments to Iraq again due to their good behavior that's been happening, and arrests are still ongoing there. Saudi may have a falling out with the United States. There's a war in Ukraine update, as well as several different fun clips for you guys to see today. So let's get into it.
Wow.
Today, CENTCOM has met, and in Farsi, they have posted this for everyone to see. This is what's going on. Let's go here, add. So in Farsi, this was posted. In this image, if you guys can see, it's a little bit blurry, but these are all the military leaders of the Persian Gulf Arab countries, as well as Lebanon and Syria. Lebanon and Syria has never attended any sort of military meeting with the United States before, ever. This is completely unprecedented. And it was supposed that in this meeting, Syria and Lebanon were coordinating with CENTCOM on how to provide further security in coordination with the Americans. Lebanon, that makes sense. Brad Cooper just showed up, so it made sense that they would show up to this meeting as well. But for Syria to show up and start pledging some security cooperations with the United States all of a sudden out of nowhere, that took me by surprise as well. This was hosted in Bahrain. Well, today, I mean, right now would be like 1 a.m. in the Middle East, but earlier this morning in the Middle East, this happened. People are speculating as to what this could mean. What do you think it could mean?
A new alliance against the Islamic Republic led by the United States.
Yeah, pretty much.
Look at that. The U.S. is right in front of the U.S. flag. Is that Admiral Cooper?
That's Brad Cooper. Yeah, that's CENTCOM commander.
Wow. You know, Ali, a few years from now, we're going to be looking at this picture and we're going to see Israel and Iran out there as well. What do you think?
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. So the interesting part about this is that this comes shortly after Brad Cooper says that they will reportedly be deploying troops into Lebanon to watch if both sides break the ceasefire, if Hezbollah or Israel breaks the ceasefire. But then he also said that they're going to help the Lebanese military, and we all know who they're going to help against. Then they came out with this meeting, and then Syria was also involved. Now, the reason why Syria is important is because the Islamic Republic smuggles and ships a lot of supplies through Syria into Lebanon to fund and supply Hezbollah. This could be a way for CENTCOM to be more aware of these things, track them, and perhaps, be a lot more on top of their game, because it does seem like in the past week or two, they're choking down on Hezbollah. You know what country isn't here, Armin? Turkey.
Ooh.
Turkey is very much opposed to Israel, and today, Hakan Fidan, the foreign minister of Turkey, came out and said that Israel is a parasite, it's a cancer, it should be destroyed, it's the problem of the world, this and that. Wow. And I'm like, wow, that's a very unprofessional thing to say as a foreign minister of a country, of a neighboring country as well. So Turkey is very much opposed to everything that's going on in this picture.
So Syria is kind of somewhat of a proxy of Turkey. They're here.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do you think about that?
I think Syria has probably trying to see which side it should play is my best guess. They did show up here, and at the same time, Turkey's telling them to not show up. Yeah, it's a good question. That border, though, that they share with Israel is of great importance, and with Lebanon. I think that's the key part that CENTCOM Commander Brad Cooper wants to get squared away here. He wants to make sure that if there's operations and the U.S. soldiers are operating in Lebanon, there's nothing that can come in and mess it up out of left field.
So we got two super chats that is relevant to the picture, so I'm going to read them now. Steak and Beans is saying there is no Syria anymore, just ISIS, referring to Jolani or al-Shara, the new president of Syria, being a former ISIS or current ISIS leader. And also Steak and Beans is saying Turkey is there, Ali. It is ISIS Syria. So Turkey, again, referring to the point. No, no, I mean, I don't know, like referring to the point that some people believe that Syria is controlled by Turkey. I mean, as thinking means, let me know, what do you think about the fact that President Trump really loves al-Shara and so is supporting al-Shara as well? So right now, Jolani or al-Shara, the president of Syria, is being supported by Turkey, Saudi Arabia, and United States, by all of these aggressively. So what are your thoughts on that?
I think al-Shara, or Jolani as they call him, is probably smarter than we give him credit for. He did rise to that position with the blessings of the United States, and so to a certain extent, if he has the support of the US, he's also getting some sort of material intelligence, some sort of actual support from them, and will only be able to go against what the United States might want to a certain extent. So it makes I see that they showed up here, and he has no choice, in my opinion, but to bow down to a couple people around him, because Syria at the moment is not really a secure country in terms of borders or security in general. It's a lot better than it was, just a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. But it's still a huge work in progress. I mean, that country was torn apart by war for over a decade. So I don't think they have much choice. They're going to play their sides. They're going to see who to follow, and they're going to ride the wave. And it's a smart thing to do.
Yeah, we're not saying he's a good person, but it is strategic.
Yeah. So that was the CENTCOM update there. And then if we go over to Lebanon itself, President Aoun, I'm trying to pronounce that right, has today criticized Hezbollah. Aoun said Lebanon made an independent decision to negotiate. Independent. We won't let anyone negotiate on our behalf. So Hezbollah negotiating with the Islamic Republic about Lebanon, that's just not a thing. And then he told Hezbollah, if you're interested in a deal, give us another option. There is no other option. This is it. The only way out and the only way forward for Lebanon is to negotiate with Israel. And he said that he called on Hezbollah to join the negotiations and present their position instead of trying to mess up the negotiations. So that's the first time that Aoun has said so clearly about Hezbollah to negotiate with Israel, which is just never going to happen, ever. I'm worried about this guy's safety, in fact.
Well, I mean, if you read I don't know if it says it here, but if you read the full statement, I kind of liked and hated the statement by Aoun. Because I liked it because he said, like, hey, let's give up. We can't fight Israel. We need to negotiate. So we're like, yay. But then if you read the full statement, he does refer to Israel as the enemy. Okay? But he says, I'm like, boo, right? Like, I don't like that. But he then says it's an enemy that we can't do anything about. So we need to talk.
Yeah, he's like, we have no choice.
You have no choice. We're weak. Israel's strong. We weak. They're our enemy. But we are weak and they're strong. So this is, if you want to try something else, we've tried everything else. So we have to submit
And
but it is clear that Israel is an enemy, which I don't like, because you just signed a peace deal with them. You shouldn't refer. I mean, I understand that if he refers to Israel as not an enemy, he would be in danger, right? But didn't like that part. Didn't like that part. But
yeah, because there's also a two-faced part in this statement by the Lebanese president. He's telling Hezbollah to join the negotiations. In one hand, it's like, what? What do you mean? You're the president of Lebanon. You're nothing. We're Hezbollah. Why would you ever say that to us? You know, anger. But at the same time, if you're the Hezbollah leader, you could be like, oh, is this low-key a call for help? Is he trying to say like, hey, we have no choice but to negotiate with Israel, and like, Hezbollah, do something?
Yeah. It's just it was just basically a statement against Hezbollah. Like, basically publicly, like, he's not serious with telling Hezbollah to come and negotiate. And they know they won't do that. I think it's basically a way. I don't think he was addressing Hezbollah. I think he's addressing the rest of the people who might be still thinking like, why are we doing the peace with these evil people? Like, okay, they're evil. We tried fighting them. Did it work out? We lost every goddamn time. So we tried it your way, and look at Lebanon right now. Okay, we're trying something new right now. I think that statement is not directed at Hezbollah. It's directed at Hezbollah supporters. That your plan has not been good for Lebanon. Give up already.
Yeah. What a road that we've come to. I did not think we were going to come to this spot. Even just 3 weeks ago, I wouldn't have thought it. Someone asked real quick, Captain Bunnis asked, can one of the mods please ask Armin to give a quick update on what's happened? If you watch the first 30 seconds of the stream, if you just go back, you'll get a full update on everything that we're going to talk about. And in fact, I missed something. And I'll show it to you guys right now. So if you want to watch this first and then go back to the first 30 seconds. So guys, quick little update. Here we have massive protests, but not maybe for the reason you might think. So this is the area where the Kurds have launched their invasion, and there are more and more groups of Kurdish separatists, communists, terrorists joining. There are a lot more casualties being reported today. But in this city of Mahabad, there was a young man who went and protested and was stabbed and killed by a Basij, by an IRGC suppression officer. What this caused to happen, let me show you guys a picture of him. So, oh, they removed it? Nope, this right here. Okay, cool. Here it is. So this might be in Farsi, but that's what he looks like. So the officer, the police, the IRGC stabbed him. He ended up dying. There were already a bunch of Iranians and Kurds out in the street, and this inflamed them so massively to the point where this started happening. So there's protests going on during the night. Let me just with that audio. Yeah, so apparently thousands of people in Mahabad have come out into the streets. This was last night. And the protests actually continued during the day. So today in the Middle East as well. And that looks like, oh God, I opened up so many tabs from this. Where is it? Is it this one? No, it's the next one. There it is. Yes. Oh yes, his picture was here as well. I don't know if they've continued during the night tonight, but that would be 24 hours of a lot of people coming out. They might not be protesting for the reasons that you guys might think. It's not directly against the, might not 100% be against the IRGC. It's only like 80% against the IRGC. 20% of it, in my opinion, is because they're very agitated that Kurds keep dying to the hands of the IRGC. And some sympathetic, people to these Kurdish separatist groups are also in there.
This is a
Yes.
Kurdish group, but he's in Mahabad.
Yeah, so this is an Iranian citizen who also happens to be a Kurd. We don't know if he's like pro-separatist or not. He's just an Iranian Kurd. That's all we know so far.
Well, yeah,
And he was
most likely not, but just based on statistically. But it is true that Kurdish separatists sometimes use Kurdish people being killed by the Islamic Republic as a way to start their own thing. However, most of these people here are probably just angry that this guy was killed by the Islamic Republic. Eventually, some separatist groups will misuse this event to their own cause, but the initial reaction is just anger over the Islamic Republic oppression of their people.
Did you guys hear that? That is 100% accurate. That is the best way you could have put it. Completely correct. So that's what's been going on in Mahabad. And a quick addition to update you guys on the Kurdish separatist invasion, which is simply just a little bit left of Mahabad itself. There are armored vehicle convoys of the IRGC that have showed up. We don't know if the Artesh, the military, are involved at this point, but Iran International, and I verified this through other direct reports from the Kurds in the area, 11 Peshmerga fighters of the Kurdistan Democratic Party of Iran, there's nothing Iranian about them, were killed in attacks by military forces by the Islamic Republic. These guys are the communist terrorist separatists, 11 of them in 2 groups. So they're operating in 15 to 20 man teams. There's hundreds of them. 4 major factions of Kurdish separatists are in the area. Remember, guys, yesterday, the Islamic Republic fired a lot of mortar rounds, 50 Katyusha rockets. Today, that number has gone up to 150 Katyusha rockets with more mortars and armored vehicles joining in. Massive mobilization of the IRGC as well, which is causing the Kurdish separatists to also bring in more troops. So things are seemingly escalating. But the IRGC have spent decades knowing this land like the back of their hand and knowing the supply lines of the Kurdish separatists and where they like to go and what they like to do. They managed to ambush 2 different groups of these Kurdish separatists in 5-man teams and 6-man teams and wipe them out, all of them. All 11 of them were wiped out. There's more reports of ambushes. So the number of casualties, in my opinion, is closer to like 40, 50, but it's being reported that the Kurdish separatists are downplaying their casualties, as well as the IRGC. Both sides are trying to show some strength until the dust dies down and you can actually figure out what's going on. In addition, the Islamic Republic is doubling down on striking the Kurdish separatist headquarters in Iraq and have fired ballistic missiles and drones, setting the entire headquarters on fire. I'm not sure if there's much left of it at this point, but that is what that looks like. And this is some of the aftermath in a different location. So things are definitely escalating between the Kurds. I don't know to what extent it will eventually go to, but yeah, that's it's a rare occurrence to see such a massive scale operation.
Wow. Again, and most media is still not talking about this.
Yes. Yes. So with that, guys, as the thumbnail of the video says, there is a massive power struggle, coup vacuum going on behind the scenes. They've been trying to keep it under wraps. We're going to get you guys some of the more open updates about that. And so let's start with Ghazan Fadi, who he is a hardliner. And he said today that there was a political coup being carried out against the supreme leader. Very specific of him to say that. Who could it possibly be? Armin, could it be that Ghalibaf is committing a political coup against the supreme leader's office? Could the Adobe PDF file versions be true? Oh no.
I did play the video of him saying.
Oh, you showed him? So what do you think about that?
So I don't know if you want to. Do you want to see the video? I mean, I already showed it once. Did you watch the video of Gazanfari talking?
I didn't watch the video, but he said that Pezeshkian and around him are responsible for strengthening the Supreme National Security Council and weakening the Supreme Leader. Which is, I mean,
So, yeah.
Pezeshkian must be crying hearing that.
Okay, let's bring let's explain this to people a lot more using our boom boom bingo sheet chart regarding what's happening, right? So, okay, so Gazanfari, which is a member of parliament of the Islamic Republic, came out in a video and exposed everything that is happening, and his description was basically everything that we predicted it. Everything that we said is happening behind the scene. He's now, and also some of the suggestions that we made to Ghalibaf on what we said. We basically did a thought experiment on what we would do if we were Ghalibaf to basically stabilize his position. And Gazanfari basically came out and exposed that that's exactly what's happening right now, which is very impressive because we basically called it. But before I go into what the strategy is, so this member of parliament, which again is his video, has been released by IRGC, so he's not just a member of parliament. He's also being backed by elements within the IRGC for saying these things. Is claiming that there is a coup happening as we speak in the Islamic Republic, and their goal is to reduce the power of the supreme leadership and give all the power to the Supreme Security Council, dominated by Ghalibaf and Pezeshkian and his friends, right? And his proof of that was the video that you played. I don't know if it was yesterday or 2 days ago, of a deputy within the presidency coming out and saying that, guys, just because the supreme leader says something, it doesn't mean that we have to listen to it. There are other institutions within the Islamic Republic that need to make decisions. We could consider what the supreme leader says, but then, but we might agree with it or not agree with it. And that guy, Gazanfari, was like, look at this, the audacity of these people coming out and saying that we could ignore the order of the supreme leader. And he was reading that, the video that you showed, Ali, he was reading what that man said, the deputy of the presidency was saying. And he said, like, look, this guy is saying that we don't just have the supreme leader, we also have the Majlis, the parliament, and we also have Shoam, which is the Supreme Security Council. And then Gazanfari pointed out, like, yeah, but you have closed the parliament for 4 months. So the only thing that is left is the Supreme Security Council, which is you guys, Ghalibaf, Pezeshkian, and his friends. So they're saying he's saying that the Ghalibaf and Pezeshkian are doing a coup against the supreme leadership by using the Supreme Security Council as the main decision-making body within the Islamic Republic, which is technically true. I agree with his description of what's happening. And this is something that we said is going to happen. And it's exactly this is the part especially that happened exactly like we said. So he starts that video by saying that there are people within the regime who are doing a coup d'etat against the supreme leader. And they're doing so by making the street protest, against the MOU, against the negotiations with the Americans. They're trying to start reducing the crowds there. And they're doing this by, according to Gazanfari, this guy that you had over here, they're doing so by paying the maddahs, the religious vocalists, and the speakers at these gatherings to stop showing up. And he said that the religious institutions and the cultural institutions that are given money to promote the ideals of the Islamic Revolution and the supreme leadership, those same institutions are now, the money given to them are being used against the supreme leader and his commands. That's what he was saying. Which Ali, I don't know if you remember, but I was saying that if I was Ghalibaf, I would go to the Americans and tell them that, guys, the things that you want, I could make it happen. There are obstacles in my way. You need to help me help you to be able to make all of this happen. Sometimes that means that the Americans and will get the Israelis to eliminate somebody that is not letting Ghalibaf do what he wants. Sometimes it means that you threaten certain people. Sometimes means you eliminate certain people. Sometimes it means that you pay people. And I said, especially on the Persian show, I was joking around that Ghalibaf is watching us and taking notes. And I was saying, Ghalibaf, here's what you do. You go to the Hosseinias and mosques and you pay them to basically do this, right? You have to first is that first you have to make the people who are speaking against the negotiations to stop doing that, right? And also get people to show up less in the street gatherings, so because the people come to listen to this maddah, so there is vocalists. You pay them to stop, and then slowly you change the narrative. One way to change the narrative is initially you tell them to keep attacking me, Ghalibaf, and Pezeshkian, but mostly Pezeshkian. So don't attack me as much. Mostly focus your attacks on Pezeshkian, right? But slowly also justify why the MOU is not as bad as people think. But here's the interesting part. I think, again, Ghalibaf, if you're watching, eventually you need to move forward with getting people to attack you and Pezeshkian, but also the IRGC, because you have been very effective in reducing the role of the supreme leadership from now on. But you need to start doing that with IRGC. But you can't do it. You can't be too obvious about it. You have to make it so that the people who are attacking the IRGC's position are also attacking you. So for it not to become suspicious that you're doing that. And the angle that you have to use to attack the IRGC is this. You have to tell people, this is what you say. You have to make the people who are pretending to be against the MOU and the negotiations with the United States to come out and say, Ghalibaf would have not been able to do any of this without the permission of IRGC. That Ghalibaf has no power. None of this could have happened unless the IRGC was approving it. So it's not just Ghalibaf that is betraying the supreme leader, it's also the IRGC. This would be a really master plan of Ghalibaf if he could fund that, right? This is why I said that one reason the Americans are releasing some funds is not to the entirety of the Islamic Republic. Sometimes a lot of it is supposed to give Ghalibaf spending money to play around with to be able to make all of this happen. We also saw recently two deaths that people are considering them to be assassinations, because it seems like a huge coincidence that the two assassinations was one of them, somebody within the state TV that was speaking against Ghalibaf. He died of a heart attack. And then there was this guy within IRGC's Navy that was saying that he's going to come and expose Ghalibaf and all the things that he's selling out the Islamic Republic and everything that he's giving to the Americans. He died in and basically very close to the other guy in a car accident. And his car was just crashed and was rolling multiple times. People are saying he was shot. That's why his car was, that's why that happened to his car. But we don't know.
Exactly what I think.
Yeah, we don't know for sure, but this is what the perception is, that Ghalibaf is right now either eliminating the people who are against them, bribing people, threatening people, and also creating false opposition against himself.
And I'm also thinking that if that is true, people in the IRGC are going to take a bigger portion of the blame, just like you said, than Ghalibaf. It would be Ghalibaf and the IRGC. When people in the IRGC are starting to take blame, that would be the time for Ghalibaf to come in and start pulling them over to his side and be like, hey, if you start saying the things that I'm saying, you will actually be less responsible. You'll be more aligned with me and you'll be less responsible, and you might have a position in the future. But if you stick with the hardline IRGC people, you're going to take the full blame and I'm going to come for you. Do you think that could happen?
But the people who can be bought for wealth and money, they're easily switchable. You don't need to play games with them. You go to their centers of the institution that they have, and you start funding them, and they're like, okay, just tell us what to say, and they will say it. Anybody who wants that, they will be easy to switch. These ideological types that can be bought or threatened, you just need to keep. You don't need to switch them. You just need to keep them against each other, right? So just let them attack you, but also try to get false opposition thought leaders among them, like Mad Doss, that they think it's their own, but so that you could basically redirect some of their wrath over to your enemies, not just all upon you. And just keep doing that. You don't need to do anything else. That's what I would be doing if I was Ghalibaf. Yeah.
And then quick question, what's the next step after he gets the IRGC to start going at each other's throats and for him to kind of take a step back and watch it? What's his, is he trying to have them wipe each other out?
IRGC has three sources of power, right? The soft power, economic power, military power. The soft power, that's what we're trying to, like, it's really hard for now to go for the economic power and the military power. So your first phase is to basically try to remove their soft power, because if you want to go for their economic power, first you need to reduce their sacredness in the minds of pro-regime people for you to be able to go to the second phase to remove their grip over their economy, right? Because for many pro-regime Iranians, like they could criticize so many parts of the regime, but the IRGC is sacred because these are the people who are in the battlefield sacrificing their lives for the sake of Islam and shit like that, right? So you need to reduce how much faith these people have in the IRGC before you go to phase two, which is their economic power. If you could get their economic power, you will also be able to get their military power. But phase one is to reduce their soft power, which is their standing in the minds of pro-regime people. Okay, so that you could justify eventually why the IRGC has too much control over the economy, and that is the reason why our economy is so bad, is because of the power that the IRGC has over the economy. Also, that would be a good time to start bringing out old videos of Khomeini speaking about how IRGC should not have been doing anything other than their original purpose. That would be a good time for Ghalibaf to start bringing that out in the open. Khomeini, the first supreme leader, we have multiple video recordings of him saying that the IRGC should never be involved in any of this. So once you remove the sacredness of the IRGC, then you could basically make two arguments. First of all, the reason why our economy in Iran sucks is because the IRGC has monopoly and controls this much of it doesn't let the private sector to flourish, doesn't let us bring the global market into global trade into our country. And also, this was not supposed to be their purpose anyways. Let's go back to the original intention for IRGC as Ruhollah Khomeini, the first supreme leader of the Islamic Republic, intended.
Wouldn't that also be a great time at the same time they take out the Khomeini videos and spread them to also bring in the reformers and start using them as well?
Yes, that would be, yeah. I think Ghalibaf has Zarif and Rouhani, the so-called reformers, in his back pocket, and and he's going to play them. He's going to use them as a card eventually. Right now, it might be too soon because they're so.
He's going to take. I think he's going to take the reformers, have them say their spiel that they've always been saying, and then slightly alter what they've been saying in more favor of what Ghalibaf's vision is going to be, with him as the head of everything.
Yeah, you have to kiss my ring. If you want some seat at this table, you have to kiss the Ghalibaf ring.
Yeah.
Is this, guys in the chat, let me know if you're following what we're saying, and if not, ask us questions to clarify. I know we're getting into so much detail that might be going over people's heads, but let us know if you need clarification. Is this understandable? Because if you understand what Ali and I are saying here, then you are informed about the Islamic Republic politics more than not just 99% of people, but 99% of analysts, 99% of political analysts.
Before we quickly summarize this for them, like really simply, just a couple of sentences, we also have to know that we don't know what the IRGC's plan is, if they even have one. They haven't been playing their cards, in my opinion, that very well. Maybe they can't. So we have to see what they do. They've been backpedaling.
Ali, I know how we could help everyone. Can you give people a caveman version of what we just said? Or no, is that hard?
Yeah, let me try. Because this
Okay.
is so like everyone's so connected with everyone. Like Armin, this is so complicated. Guys, listen to this. So when Ghalibaf was trying to run for presidency out of one of the different 4 times, his main advisor was Zolgad's wife. Okay. And then like Zolgad's wife was helping him with this, and then a couple of his
You have to tell
deputies.
people who Zolgadr is.
Can you bring out the bingo sheet? I think he's on there.
Yes, he is. He's right here.
Guys, if you remember Lari Johnny, okay, he was basically the right-hand man of Ali Khamenei. Zolgad came and took his place. So he's not as effective or as powerful, but he's really up there. And he is very connected with Ghalibaf. Like his wife worked for Ghalibaf. There's a ton of other people who Ghalibaf over the years has turned into working with him and kind of like got their loyalty or information from and stuff like that. And he's playing Game of Thrones. He's Littlefinger. Ghalibaf, Littlefinger. Ghalibaf play everybody in Islamic Republic. Ghalibaf turn IRGC commanders against each other. Ghalibaf encourage killing each other in the IRGC. Ghalibaf no like people hurting him and attacking him with words. Ghalibaf start paying people to attack less. Ghalibaf start paying other people to attack the other people, targeting him. And what else? What else is there? Ghalibaf is pulling strings. IRGC, little scared. IRGC, no clear idea. Some IRGC like money. Ghalibaf give money. Money make men happy. Ghalibaf power go up. What else? Ghalibaf close other forms of government. Ghalibaf take power from supreme leader. Ghalibaf shut down parliament. Ghalibaf make himself most powerful man in Islamic Republic. Ghalibaf threaten other monkeys and tell them, if you don't listen to me, United States come boom boom you. And that's the direction we're heading. Oh, also Ghalibaf in the future, Ghalibaf will talk to reformers, moderates. Ghalibaf tell them, I give you money. You tell me the things that you've always been saying. Give your spiel, but also say, Ghalibaf, Ghalibaf. Now everybody on board with Ghalibaf. Ghalibaf supreme leader, but not really supreme leader. Islamic Republic, new face, reformed, rebranded. That's the plan.
Right. So, like in the Game of Thrones that they're playing, Ghalibaf, United States is the dragons, and Ghalibaf is using the power of the dragons and the fact that the dragons are to basically make the Islamic Republic, everyone in the Islamic Republic, to accept him sit on the throne. Is that a good way of saying it? So the US and Israeli fighter jets and bombers are kind of like the dragons in this Game of Thrones, and these dragons are telling Ghalibaf, will kill you unless you could somehow give us everything that you want, we want from this land, right? And Ghalibaf is like, okay, but for me to do that for you, I need to be sitting on the Iron Throne. So help me take out the people who are between me and the throne. And the dragons are agreeing that, okay, we'll help you take out the people who are in your way to sit on the throne, but in response, you need to do our bidding.
Yep.
Game of Drones. This Game of Drones.
So that's roughly what's happening, but we don't know what the IRGC are going to do. They haven't been very present in class.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's that. What do you want to say?
No, do you want to respond to the super chats because some of them
Yes,
are
let's do
relevant
it.
to the topics of
Steak and Beans says, and guys, after this, we'll go back to the news. There's a lot more. You guys are going to like it. We also have Alligrams today, yell Alligrams, where we go into the IRGC Telegram groups and we take messages and we share them with you guys of what they're saying. There's some good ones today. So, yeah, we also have someone, an Iranian in Ireland, who threw a Molotov at a mosque and started saying some things out in the street with everyone around and said some interesting things. Neither good or bad. I'm just saying interesting. So it's coming up soon. But Steak and Beans is saying, Armin, he is dealing with world dictators one by one, or he is a dumbass. So he loves and has great relations with them till they are next in line. He's talking about Trump. Steak and Beans is talking about Donald Trump.
Yeah, I mean, I think President Trump is just doing what he thinks is best for America, and if he needs to get his hands dirty, he doesn't care. Like, if it's good for America, it's good for America. That's what I think.
Yep.
Do you guys agree?
Yeah, and also good for him. I mean, his pockets have been welling up. They've been
And
swelling up lately.
Him and
Billions of dollars.
Him,
Yeah.
him and America, yes.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Steak and Beans. We have Redneck Jeep, who became a YouTube member. Welcome on board. Thank you very much. And
Thank you.
The Real Sow. Boys, it's common sense he cannot call Israel not an enemy. He wants to live, and by him saying Hezbollah come to the talks, he knows they won't. And he can show the Lebanese people that Hezbollah is not on their side and doing the bidding of the IRGC.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
I hope that's the case. That's a really good scenario.
That's a really good explanation. And by calling Israel the enemy that we are no choice but to speak to. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
It's almost like the Real Sow is Lebanese in Lebanon.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Sal.
Thank you for the insights. As
Yes.
you giving us this information is very valuable. So thank you for that.
Okay, so this is an optimistic take on Aoun, the Lebanese president, that he is working with Israel with more good faith than I thought. I thought he's a little bit of a snake, but maybe he's not.
Maybe.
So thank you for that. Flesh Interloper saying evening all. Good evening to you.
Evening.
Welcome.
Evening.
And he also said, Alligrams, or are the Durkas still being boring? No, we have some. We have some today. You'll like them. Yeah. You'll like them a lot. I know you'll like them. Like sometimes I know it's going to be boring and I'm like, okay, it's just going to be boring, but this time these are good. And he also said, we are discussing if Ghalibaf can hire guns. Ghalibaf can hire guns. I mean, his plan is to get some of the IRGC people on his side.
Yeah, I mean, guys, Ghalibaf is not just ex-IRGC. He's still IRGC. Like, he is there are people within IRGC that are very much linked to him. So, for sure, yeah. Yeah,
definitely. Actually, Armin, we had Vahidi. Vahidi's been spotted today.
Yeah, I have his pictures.
I'll show you guys. Yeah, we'll show you guys the pictures of that. So, guys, Vahidi's alive. Oh. Yeah. The Real Sow saying, Ali, did he take you 3 months to grow out your peach fuzz? I mean, beard? You're doing good, kid. You just need another 6 more months and it'll be fully grown out. Proud of you. Peach fuzz, huh? I don't know about that. I did trim down today to 2 millimeters. But yeah. Let's see your beard. Show up in the group discussions. No, let's see the Real Sow's beard. If you show up in the group discussions, come show your face.
I mean, he looks very hairy. Look at that profile pic.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, but come, Sal, I think you might have some good opinions to share, so we'd welcome you in our group discussions. But yeah, thank you for your kind compliment. And Effie saying, I love how you guys set this up. It relieves pressure to have to listen to every single word, plus not know where it's going. You can come in at different times, plus know where to go back, plus catch up. Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes these discussions we more have them because Armin and I are checking in to see like, oh, is that making sense? Is that where it's going? It's more for like me and him, and then we'll come and explain it to you guys as well, like the summary. But if you guys didn't understand that, we can always just go back and tell you again. It's just basically that Ghalibaf is trying to run the strings. He's trying to become the number one. He's taking power away from all the different forms of government in the Islamic Republic and trying to eventually feed it back into himself.
So the short summary is that Ghalibaf is using the current situation to gain power for himself within the Islamic Republic, and that he's doing it exactly how we predicted.
Yep. Ghalibaf is very, very well connected and he's very knowledgeable. He's been plotting this forever. He knows who's who and who wants what, and he's playing that to his advantage. That's where ambition gets you. It gets you in the hot seat, and it gets you probably on the #1 kill list of Israel and the US as well. Jagatai Khan says, can Ghalibaf become too powerful to overthrow later? It's hard to say at this moment.
So yes and no. Yes, if Ghalibaf manages to give Americans what they need, rebrand the Islamic Republic, open the economy, open trade with the world, privatize the industries that the IRGC has access to, use their revenue that is the revenue from the oil and the tax revenue generated from that to maybe strengthen the Artesh instead of the IRGC, and then use that as a way to maintain its dominance in Iran with a successful rebranding of the Islamic Republic, then yes. And that is the greatest fear of the Iranian people. They call it pustandazi, which is a rebranding of the Islamic Republic to something that continues to be oppressive towards the Iranian people, but it's a version of the Islamic Republic that the rest of the world will tolerate. If he manages to do that, that would be bad for the revolution and the Iranian people. That's the pessimistic version. The optimistic version is if the Ghalibaf, in his attempt to open the economy and to basically give the Americans and the rest of the international world what they need for them to start tolerating the Islamic Republic, strengthen the private sector, open the economy, get the economy out of the grip of the IRGC, and by doing so, weaken the IRGC without actually creating a force resembling the IRGC that would be able to keep the Iranian people back, like massacring them like they did in early January. Then with that the IRGC's revenue, the IRGC will be weak enough for the Iranian people's uprising eventually to be able to topple the regime. So these are the two different scenarios. And that's the difference between a successful rebranding of the Islamic Republic or this being the surrender period. So we have to see if Ghalibaf's transition to this new chapter of the Third Republic, this is called the Third Republic. The First Republic was Khomeini. The Second Republic was Ali Khamenei. This is the Third Republic. So we have to see this transition. Is this new transition to a successful Third Republic, a surrender period, or a rebranding period? If it's a rebranding period, then Ghalibaf has won and the Iranian people lose. If it's a surrender period, then eventually it would lead to the main obstacle in the path of the Iranian people to become weak enough for eventually the uprising to be able to overcome it.
Exactly. And thank you for that. That was a good explanation.
Oh, thank you.
So after that, from Jagatai, we have Mark of Reality saying, so basically Ghalibaf is gathering all the power, and then when he's done, he can either 1, retire peacefully and hand over power, or 2, expire and hand over power to the new government that way. I see your humor there. He's saying that Ghalibaf has no choice. Like he's being used by the US. He has no choice. He's going to be disposed of either way. I sure hope so, man. I sure hope so. What Armin just explained would be the worst case scenario.
The first one.
Yeah.
I mean, I give you the best case scenario too, as well, not
Yeah.
just the worst.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank
And
you.
Steaks and Beans saying, Armin, it was an answer to why you asked me when this stream started, what am I thinking? Why Trump looks like he really loves Al-Jilani and Erdogan. About the dictators. He was saying like, oh, Trump acts all buddy-buddy with the dictators until it's their time on the chopping block.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that.
Thanks.
But my response was also, I knew what you were talking about, and my response was that Trump is willing to violates the standards, unwritten standards and norms that other people self-impose limitations that other people. So like there are people who many so like Giuliani is something, so as a terrorist, right? So a lot of us would prefer that the president of the United States was not working with somebody like this, right? And also these are some unwritten rules and self-imposed limitations that some leaders of Western countries have, right? But President Trump is like, I'll do whatever I need to do to win, and I will not limit myself by these standards. Whatever gets me to the goal that I have, why should I not consider every single option? That's the way I think he thinks.
Yeah. Thanks, Steak and Beans. And the Real Sow saying, oh, Aoun is a snake, but the people want to deal with Israel. He has no choice. Great to hear.
Yep.
Great to hear.
So our faith should be not in the president, but the Lebanese people, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Real Sow also said, if I grow a beard, my woman would beat me and leave me. Okay, I'm going to grow a beard and be free. I mean, heartbroken. I just don't tell her that it was my idea. Just be like, yeah, it was my own idea. Thanks, Real Sow. And but also, like, if you know that you're gonna get beaten by your girl,
that's domestic abuse, by the way. Call the cops.
Everyone knows. Yeah.
Yes.
And James
Guys,
Moore.
Don't let your woman beat you. That's domestic abuse.
And James Moore saying, happy birthday to everyone except Armin. Armin, Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you.
Because your birthday, yeah. I see.
Yes. Guys, my birthday is on Christmas. And thank you, James. Well, not thank you.
So, thank you for the super chats. We have...
You know, people on Christmas, when they come and say Merry Christmas to me, I'm like, and like, and what? I'm like, nothing. It's okay.
Yeah, I completely understand. Guys, we have a Trump interview that's come out today. He's held another interview in the Oval Office, and he'd said some interesting things. Should we take a listen to it?
Yes.
That was essentially, I did a blockade. That was essentially not a blockade. It was a wall of steel. We have the great Navy, the greatest Navy in the world. These guys are unbelievable. Not one ship got through to Iran. They have 300% inflation. They're making no money. So we're going to take some of the money and we're going to buy them. They need food. They need corn and wheat and soybeans. And we're going to have exclusively our American farmers provide that, assuming we get to the position where we should get to. I think we're going to get there. Their strength is gone. Their bravado is gone, although they keep up a pretty good front. The one thing they do have is fake news. The New York Times said the other day that Iran is in better position now than it was 4 months ago. I said, wait a minute. Their military is gone. Their inflation is up to 300% from 5%. Their leaders are gone. Their second row of leaders are gone. Some of their third row of leaders are gone. Their generals are mostly wiped out. But they said that they are in better shape today than they were 4 months ago before we attacked.
Boring.
What?
Boring. He just said all the same stuff he's always been saying. Okay, apparently this is new. He's talking about hitting the radar that they just hit.
Them are really big ships. And in a way, they had courage going out, but our Navy took them out. We escorted
Well, I
them
mean,
out.
to be fair, I know it's boring to us because
True.
we keep following the news every single minute, right? But
True.
you constantly, but I know, sometimes repetition from his position in response to all the other stuff that people are saying, because remember, like, your average American doesn't follow the news all the time. So if you keep hearing that, oh, the Islamic Republic is winning, it's important for them to be at least reminded by, I don't know, the president that they lost everything. So it's boring to a political junkie like us that follows this news, but there is utility in repeating that.
You're right. You're right. And before we go back to this clip, the real Sal is saying, I'm going to join and talk to Addy. And then said, how? If you go into the description of the video, just scroll down a little bit. There's a link to school. Just click on that, sign up for free. And then, yeah, tonight, in just like 3 hours, I have my discussion.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes, guys, as group call, Ali's group call is going to start in 3 hours.
Yeah, so about 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours. So make sure you join our discussion group, and then go to either click on this first link over here or go to the calendar section and see Ali's segment. Let me put the link in the chat. You could go talk to Ali.
And I don't record it or stream it, so I just want to have a talk with you guys, give our opinions and our views.
So yeah, Ali doesn't record or stream his segment. So if you guys want to go and have a private discussion with Ali, you could go and talk over there.
Yeah. So with that, he's talking about blowing us some radar.
Nobody knew. The lights were off. Everything was off. Everything was silent. We blew up Iran's radar. They had no radar. They still don't. We blew it up again the other night. They had a nice new radar center. They were all set to go. And we blew it up last week. They have to start all over again for a third.
That is okay. That is new and funny. And in response to Saeed Qassiminejad's, how many radar, like why are you keep hitting the same place? They had this new, so they blew up the radar system at the Islamic Republic. It's laughing at them. Like, they had this new radar system set up. They all put it out there, and we just went in. That is pretty good. That is pretty funny.
Yeah, if he's saying the truth, then that clears that up, which is good, because a lot of Iranians were like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you hitting the same spot over and over again?"
Yeah. Like, oh my god, guys, they were opening unboxing. IRGC was an unboxing moment. Guys, look at this. We have a new radar system. It's all fresh. It has that new radar smell. Okay, it has that new radar smell. And they're all excited, like, oh my god, it looks so pretty. And then the Americans came up.
Just little laser pointed on them.
Yeah,
we like that
bad.
too. And James was following up with another super chat saying, Armin, in New Zealand, we kind of celebrate midwinter Christmas at this time of the year. Just an excuse to eat and drink too much. You should have a mid-year birthday.
Well, I mean,
you should eat and drink a lot too.
I do drink a lot all day. Tea. I drink a lot of tea. Right.
Did you manage to fit in the blueberries into the
Not
diet?
yet, but I'm getting close.
Guys, Armin is trying to fit in like 40 or 50 calories worth of blueberries into his diet. And it's an issue, but he's going to do it soon. That's the level of dedication and plan structure that he has for his diet.
Yeah.
So let's show you guys a real quick funny clip before we get into alligrams and then a funeral update on Ali Khamenei. So we have a lot more images and everything coming out on them. But before that, in south of Tehran, in a town called Varamin, we had a call for assassination on Trump and Netanyahu. So this guy is saying, like, Bismillah, blah, 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 in the name of God, blah, 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 blah. If anyone assassinates President Trump and Netanyahu, and look at this, listen to this part.
Trump ya Netanyahu ro bokoshe.
Trump and Netanyahu.
Yabu. Oh,
That
Yabu is like a monkey, I think, huh? Let me see. So he's making fun of, he's on purpose, instead of saying Netanyahu, is he said Yabu?
Yabu.
Go back. So he's trying to insult. Yeah. So he's not oh, it's donkey. It's a donkey, I think. Yeah. So he's not mispronouncing Netanyahu. He on purpose changing it to make it sound like he's a donkey. Netanyahu. So yeah.
His last words.
It's a donkey.
You hear that? You hear that, Mossad? Man, that's pretty rude to me. What are you going to do about it? Yeah, he says, if anyone assassinates Trump or Netanyahu, we will give them 100 kilograms of gold. 100 kilograms. Sorry, what?
100 kilograms of corn, maybe. 100 kilograms of gold? That's a lot.
Listen.
جایزه اون فرد از طرف مردان و زنان ورامینی 100 کیلوگرم طلاست.
And then he's like, it's 100 kilograms of gold. And then
طلاست. 100 کیلوگرم طلاست. 100 کیلوگرم طلاست. که این کار انشاءالله از مردم
Oh man.
What the hell? Dude. Wait a second. Why? Like he keeps saying the reward for killing President Trump and Netanyahu is 100 kilograms of gold. And he repeats that 100 kilograms of gold. 100 kilograms of gold. And people keep saying Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. What happened to not being life lovers? I thought you guys were motivated by martyrdom. 100. Does he have 100 kilograms of gold? Like, how is he?
The best part, he's saying that the people of Varamin, the town that he's doing this rally in, the people of that town will give whoever assassinates Trump and Netanyahu 100 kilograms of gold.
How much is 100 kilograms of
220 gold? Pounds.
What? No. What?
220 pounds. Oh, in USD?
Pounds? No, it's wait. What? Wait a minute.
I mean, 220
100 kilograms.
Yeah, 100 kilograms is 220 pounds. And then I'm going to try and show you guys. Actually, I just searched it up. Yeah,
so Google it's $12 million.
12 million?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
120 pound athlete.
Okay, you're right. So that's $12 million. I don't think they have that. I don't think they have that. No.
Oh, no. Is that like, how much does LeBron James weigh? Wait.
Oh, you're right. I was like,
LeBron weighs 250 pounds. So let's just say LeBron James made out of gold. That is what they're going to give. They're going to give LeBron James made out of gold.
Yeah, and my mind is so metric. When you say pounds, I thought that you're talking about, UK currency. I can't think in American.
Oh,
My mind works. I was
right.
like, how is that? How is that 220 pounds? I'm pretty sure that's more than that.
Yeah. No, yeah, way more than that.
Okay. Right.
So,
And I was like, why are you using UK currency instead of USD? I was like so confused. All right. Okay. Yes. This is your mind on the metric system, guys.
yeah. And then, I mean, your mind went to the metric system. My mind went to LeBron James metrics. How the heck do we get to LeBron James?
Yes.
So, yeah.
The best unit, the unit of measurement.
Oh, yeah. How many LeBron James is that?
How many LeBron James? But Ali, this is the weird thing is that like these Allahu Akbar, gold. You call us life lovers, you call us like not, what happened to selling the dunya for the akhirah? Like you guys seem to be obsessed with wealth. Like shouldn't you want to, like, I don't know, do that?
Do it for free?
Take out Trump and Netanyahu for the sake of the afterlife or something like that, like not for gold.
Yep, do it for the martyrdom. Why do you need gold?
Yeah.
So here we go into the allogram section. And we're going to start off with something really funny. So I'm going to show you guys this person who said this in this group chat, the IRGC, pro-IRGC group chat in Iran. And then I'm going to show you the funeral for Ali Khamenei because it's related. Oh. Can you guys hear my cat?
No, but we would like to.
Oh, hey.
Oh, there you go.
Anyway. So here we go.
Ooh.
All right. First, we're going to click on this and see the original message. I mean, don't read it. Don't read it. Don't read it.
I'm reading it. Oh, no.
No.
So guys, these are IRGC people. These are IRGC friendly people. Okay. So what is this?
Yeah. Guys, they posted this in the Farce News Telegram group. Everyone just in Iran, usually you join a Telegram group to get like, pretty fast news and stuff like that instead of going to watch the news channel on TV. And here is the announcement. For this, they're saying when you show up to Ali Khamenei's funeral, it's going to be really packed. Make sure you charge your phones. Don't call people. Text if you can. Try not to use internet too much. There's going to be, tents set up for you to like rest in, like, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So they say all this in here. Like, oh, please be careful, this and that.
So these are the instructions for Ali Khamenei's funeral in July 4th.
Yeah. And then this person, in response to that, says this. You want to read it first in Farsi?
خواهشاً از ازدحام نکنید، فاصله گذاری کنید، مهمتر از همه مواظب امنیت باشید، بمبگذاری چیزی رخ نده. Oh my god, they're afraid. Okay.
This person is saying, please don't crowd together, keep your distance, and most importantly, be careful of your safety. Don't let any bombings happen. Oh, you scared about that? I mean, I'm sorry, but you can't really spread apart. There's going to be hundreds of thousands of people there. Oh,
Right.
man. The Immortal Guard are going to be watching this ceremony and procession like a hawk. That helicopter that's going to be transporting his coffin, or in general, I don't know.
Ali, you know what we should be doing? This is what the Iranian people should be doing. They should go into all of these groups pretending that, okay, never mind, it is a cat. Hi. Okay.
Into all these groups and say what?
To say, here, I'm now distracted with the kitty. Okay, so this is what the plan is. Okay, our people should go into these groups, pretend like they are Durka jihadi Islamic Basiji boys, and they should go around and like, everybody please if you see a bomb, report to people. If you see any suspicious bags,
I
that
see what
could
you
be a
mean.
bomb, report it. Be careful. Everybody be mindful. Please be careful for your safety. So act like you're going there to that you're like worried about people's safety, but scare them, because the government is spending so much money right now to try to get more people to show up for the funeral. So we could basically scare people in not showing up by acting like we're pro-regime, pro-Basiji Islamic, and we're just telling people, guys, make sure you're looking at everywhere. Make sure if you notice that something is suspicious, report it. It could be a bomb. It's very likely that our enemies are going to want to try to bomb the funeral. So just be mindful, be careful, and report it to the officials, just so that you could scare the shit out of them. But, the SHIT out of them. Also,
Yeah.
But by the way, we also got official reports from inside Iran to Iran International that they are making it mandatory for people to show up in not just government companies that are government employees are being forced to go to the funeral. They're even going to private businesses, and they're saying that there's going to be consequences if you don't close down your shop and show up to the funeral.
Yeah, and it'd only take a couple people during the ceremony in the crowd to be like, "Oh my God, bomb," and then start screaming.
But
and
guys,
everyone
by
starts
YouTube,
panicking.
we're not advocating for anybody to claim fake, threats. We're just saying to tell people to keep an eye open. Like, no, they don't like, this is bad. Don't false report anything. Don't tell people that there's a threat when there's not. That's not what we're suggesting, YouTube. We're just suggesting to tell people to keep an eye open and report any potential threats to the officials. Okay?
Yes.
That's
Please
what
be
we're saying.
vigilant.
Be
Yes.
vigilant and be careful for your safety, and be mindful of what bad actors might want to do, right? And report any
Yes.
suspicious activity. Okay.
There will be a lot of bad actors.
And if this message scares you, maybe consider not going. But we're not going to say that. Yes.
Very smart, very smart. So that's the first message there. If someone,
guys, I'm genuinely not suggesting anything bad or evil. Like, like, this is not wink wink, okay? I'm genuinely not suggesting. I'm just saying, tell people to be careful, right? Just tell people to be careful. That's all I'm saying. I'm genuinely only saying that. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to do here. Let me know if you understand. Oh my God.
I understand.
People are saying sure, buddy. No, I'm being serious. Oh my God. Like, guys, just by telling people to be mindful and careful is, first of all, it's good advice, but it also makes people want to stay home, right? And it is good advice.
Yeah, so when I attended the LA protest, one of the LA protests in favor of Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi, someone took a U-Haul and rammed it through the crowd. And after that, the next protest, a lot of people were like, "Oh, I don't want to show up because what if they do something? What if the pro-IRGC people do something?" So it might have that effect.
By the way, what I'm saying, Steve is right. Like, what I'm saying we should be doing, this guy's already doing it. Like, this guy might be one of us. Like, guys, be careful. Like, yeah, exactly. This guy is helping us out with that message, scaring people.
Yep.
I mean, not scaring people, telling people to be careful. Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
I have to be careful on YouTube. Yeah.
And then the next telegram is this guy, Pimon something, saying Farzad Jamshidi, a radio and television presenter who spoke against the negotiations and spent several nights in the streets threatening negotiators with riots and death, went to hell due to a heart attack. A heart attack. See, this is what Armin mentioned earlier. Some of the people speaking out against Ghalibaf are mysteriously having heart attacks, their cars having accidents. Interesting stuff.
He had a gas leak in his heart. That's how I describe it. But what is the point of this person? Is he
Oh, he's just telling someone, he's like, when will the government's thieves fill the throats of the reformers? He's saying that like,
Oh.
uh,
Go to
he,
the original.
like,
Go to
yeah,
go
let's
to
go
the
to that.
original message that he's responding to, because I like that.
This is the original message. So when will the government's thieves fill the throats of the reforms? Pezeshkian was crying that if we give 20 million, the armed forces have the right to fight, because all this time the traitors inside the government have been lying in wait. Why should oil be spent on defending the country? Oil is the inheritance of Pezeshkian, the noble and the noble, and should be turned into coins and put into throats of dogs. Anyway,
So
what he's trying.
his point. Yeah, his you go ahead. You explain it. His point. I
No, you got
understand.
it. You got it.
So his point is like, oh, Pezeshkian is like acting like he's doing us a favor by giving the IRGC oil. He should be giving the oil. It's not like it's not like it's his. Like he's like bragging about, I gave 20 million barrels of oil to the IRGC so he could fight. Like, well, thank you for allowing the IRGC to defend the country. Isn't that what you should be doing? It's not your oil to begin with. So he is like being sarcastic, right? He's being sarcastic against Pezeshkian. Did I get that right? I think that, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Also,
Yeah.
when Pezeshkian said that, he said, Ma beshun dadim. He was saying, we gave the IRGC 20 million barrels. That's also important, too.
Right.
And
It's
then
interesting
that guy
because-
comes and says this.
Yeah. So what is this guy's point? So I think this guy is like, seems to be against the whole regime, and he's just, putting salt in the wound. Like, oh, you're against the reformers. Well, the reformers are killing you. The so-called reformers are killing your people. Is that right?
Yeah, and I highlighted this because some people are talking about it openly, just being like, hey, this guy was talking against the negotiations, talking against Ghalibaf, and they got him. They killed him.
So he's like, watch your back, basically.
Watch your back.
Your people who are speaking against the negotiations against America are being killed left and right. So if you're speaking against the negotiations, be careful. You might be next.
Yep. And then we have some good ones. So look at this. The last two are really good. Like, you guys will laugh at them, but this one is another political one. This guy's saying, I mean, in which government of ours did these two wars not occur? It was right in the middle of the negotiations with America that Pezeshkian and Araghchi were conducting, right? So Pezeshkian and Araghchi, Ghalibaf, in this government was when all the wars happened. And are you sure that this current agreement will put an end to war forever between the US and the Islamic Republic? Or will it start again after the congressional elections? With this level of simplicity among some of our fellow citizens, I think we deserve Pezeshkian and the enemy's bombs and missiles.
Oh my
put this in
God.
Farsi for you.
Oh my God, bring this Farsi version. He's like, guys, this is a pro-regime, anti-negotiation person. He's like, you know what? Let them bomb us. We're so retarded that we deserve. We're so stupid. We deserve this. Just kill us. Just come and kill. Our politicians are so stupid that whatever the Americans do to us, it's just like, what do you expect? Like, just bring it. Just end us already.
I like that he's comparing America's bombs and missiles with Pezeshkian. He's like, that's the same thing. Having Pezeshkian is just as bad as being bombed.
Yeah, like, so let me read the Persian versions. So he's basically saying so basically right now these people are waiting for the third war, right? We had two wars, the 12-day war in June 2025, and then we have the 40-day war started in February 2026, and now we're in a ceasefire period. And the third war is about to happen, and they're waiting for it, right? And he thinks it's going to happen after the midterm elections. That's what this pro-regime, anti-negotiation. But he's now pointing out that, like, guys, the first two wars that happened, the same idiots, the same idiot politicians were in the middle of negotiating with the Americans, and then they bombed us. And now we're negotiating with them again. So they're going to bomb us in the middle of the negotiations again. Okay. Why not
Like, if
just
we're
like,
this stupid, we deserve it.
like, yeah, like how stupid are our politicians who like, basically the main point is that they think that with negotiations they could stop the bombings, but you were doing this. This is the third time you're trying to stop the bombings with a negotiation. It didn't work the first time. It didn't work the second time. It's not going to work this time as well.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're like, just bring it. Just like, okay, these are so stupid that we deserve to be bombed. The
And we also have
Durka.
this one.
The only good Durka is the press Durka. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
It must
Oh,
be
this is so
terrible
good.
being a slightly smarter Durka than the other stupider Durkas, because you're like,
Durka,
oh
like,
man, like you see the
oh my.
direction you're heading in, you're like, oh man, like, and there's nothing you can do about it because you're too stupid.
I see why we're losing. I see why we're losing if we're.
Yeah. So we have this comment as well. This guy is saying, it's very interesting to me how all of a sudden, so many government officials, all of whom had served under one person at different times in different capacities, are now by chance influential people in the process of Iran's surrender to the terrorist enemy of the United States. Like Pezeshkian, Abdullahi, Zolqad, Araqchi, Momeni, Qariabadi, Qurbanzadeh, Ajarlu. He's saying, wow, all of these people who worked under Ghalibaf at some point in time are now all of a sudden rising up with better roles and statements all of a sudden now that these negotiations are happening. So interesting. He called them out by name.
He's calling them out by name. So guys, Ali, let me know if this is your understanding of what's happening here. He's saying that these people who within the Islamic Republic weren't powerful before, as powerful, and now becoming powerful while these negotiations with the Americans are happening, shows that they benefit from the negotiations and they are working with the Americans. Like, these are people who are loyal to the Americans and not to our side. And that's why their position, if the position is going up and they're becoming more powerful when we're not against the Americans, it shows that they're on the same side, right?
Yeah.
So these names are on the same side as Americans, and they're going up through the ranks and power because the Americans are making them surrender, basically. Like, they're being used by the Americans to surrender the regime, right?
Yeah.
Right.
People are waking up slowly.
But here's a new thing about this, okay? Because we have seen these claims before. But this is a great find, Ali, because those names, some of them are IRGC names. Remember how earlier I said, in the past couple of days, I'm saying that we need to get to a point where some of these disappointment with the regime is not just directed at Pezeshkian, Ghalibaf, and Araqchi. The disappointment needs to start becoming more and more against the IRGC as well, because they understand. Yes, so that the claim should be, the argument should be that Ghalibaf would not be able to do any of this without IRGC blessing. So look at these names. Abdullahi, that's the head of the Khatam al-Anbiya, which is the biggest part of the IRGC. Zolqad, that's a part of the IRGC and the National Security Council. Araqchi, that's obviously Momeni. Gharibabadi, Qurbanzadeh. These are, like, a lot of this is our IRGC names. So we're doing what we're not supposed to be doing. So we already have so many regime supporters against the Supreme Leadership Office. We have that against the Ghalibaf and Araqchi and Pezeshkian. We're now getting some attacks on IRGC as well. This is a huge new development.
It is. Let me send this to you. Want to show it?
Thank you. Yeah, send them all if you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then we have the last allogram, which is this one. So let me share and translate this one. Okay. This one's good. This guy says, I went on Instagram and left a comment to support Ghalibaf and Pezeshkian. Both the monarchists replied to me and cursed me, and the domestic and the hardliners of the Islamic Republic replied to me and cursed to me.
Oh. Oh no. Oh my god, everybody hates Ghalibaf and Pezeshkian. That
Let me
is
see if I can
fantastic.
find. There was
This is
another
a
one that I
great
wanted to show you
summary of
guys.
the situation. Yeah, you're not gonna get any love from anybody right now supporting Ghalibaf and Pezeshkian. Oh, this is so good. This is the true summary. Everybody, guys, this is the summary of why the Islamic Republic in its current format is not sustainable. Because the people in charge are going to be the people who have support of almost 0% of the people. So this is why this will not be sustainable. So with Ali Khamenei in charge, the Islamic Republic had, I don't know, maybe 5% support, and the rest of the Iranian people were against the Islamic Republic. With Ghalibaf, eventually, if he becomes the main person in charge, the anti-regime Iranians will hate the Islamic Republic, and the former pro-regime Iranians will also hate the Islamic Republic. And right now, I don't think I'm exaggerating that the level of support for the Islamic Republic is under 1%. Under 1%. And this comment is basically like what I'm trying to explain what's happening. Nobody loves these people. Not the anti-regime people hate Ghalibaf, but the pro-regime people also hate Ghalibaf. This person has less than 1%. Anybody that is loyal to Ghalibaf is getting paid. Guys, almost everybody that is loyal to Ghalibaf within the Islamic Republic is either scared or getting paid. This person has close to 0% genuine support.
Yeah. And then here, let's end it off with a laugh. Let's end off the allegrams with a laugh. Armin, can you read this first, please, in Farsi? I want people to see your reaction first.
Oh my god. از طلاهایی که اهدا کردید و از پولایی که این حکومت از شما دزدید شورت و سوتین طلا ساختن و همه رو دارن به نماینده های پارلمان عراق نه به غزه میدن. نه به غزه رسید نه به لبنان. باز هم سنگ اینا رو بزنید به سینه‌تون. چقدر دیگه آدم میتونه اینقدر بی‌شرف باشه. Perfect. This guy's on our side. This is good. This is good. Love it.
From the gold and the money that you have been like, from the gold and money that this government has taken from you, stolen from you, the people of Iran, they made gold panties and bras and gave them to Iraqi parliament members. It never went to Gaza or Lebanon. So again, keep saying what you're saying. Hit your chest with that stone. Like, keep reaffirming your position. How much longer can you guys be this like stupid, dishonorable, like dumb?
So for people to understand what this person is saying, some people on social media made a visual to explain this, right? Here, let me make it easier, right? So in Iran, you have all these religious gatherings and processions saying, give us your gold, give us your jewelry, give us your money, Ya Hussein, give us help to, give us everything you got so that we could support the people in Gaza and people in Lebanon, right? And so many women in Iran who are pro-regime and pro-Gaza, pro-axis of resistance, have given like their last savings to help the resistance in Gaza and in Lebanon, supporting Hamas and Hezbollah, right? And basically what that guy is saying, like, given the most recent visuals that came out of Iraq, showing what the proxies of the Islamic Republic, how much money they're hiding in their offices, and that golden, I don't know, bra. What the hell was that? Right, the bikini thing. Yeah. So like this is where the money is actually going. Oh look, and she's saying, look, the help of the Iranian people has arrived, and she's wearing the golden bikini, and So this is what that guy is saying. Like, how now that you're seeing what's happening in Iraq, how stupid do you have to be that your donations went to this?
Yeah. Exactly. So, guys, I wanted your opinion on something. The Channel 14 of Israeli News has come out with a documentary style interview video montage of a Mossad agent working in Iran. And it's like 40 minutes. And I might show you guys just like a little clip of it, like a minute-long clip, and to see if in the future stream you guys would want to be interested in watching that. Because I thought it was very interesting, so I wanted to see it. I think I have a clip of it. What do you think about that, Armin?
About what? You haven't seen it yet.
I'm trying to find it. It should be here any second.
Yeah, people are saying Channel 14 is a bit sus. People from Israel also say that sometimes.
Bit sus? Okay.
Watch party. Yeah, but let's watch it. Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah, so let's see. Let's see if like this seems pretty legit. I haven't seen this clip. I just thought that it might be interesting. So let's see.
چیزی که توی ذهن من گذشت این ناامیدی به خودمون هست آینده آیت الله خامنه‌ای من واقعا نمیتونم جلوش بخورم بگم.
Okay, interesting. I think there was another like quick clip that I saw of that was way better. Like that looked not as good. Let's see here.
So they're doing a documentary about an IRGC person within the Islamic Republic interviewing Israeli media.
Yeah, so here it is. It's this one.
פתאום אני מקבל הודעה באינסטגרם.
Let me read this for you guys while it's streaming. I'll put the volume down. It's in Hebrew. Okay, so this guy is a Mossad agent, supposedly, showing his face on air. I don't know why, but has said, suddenly I get a message, an Instagram message from another Iranian, like in Iran. And he tells me, I'm talking to you through Google Translate, like translating into Hebrew. I live in Tehran. I want Iran to be free. Then I said to him, to the Iranian, do you know me? And he says, yes, I know you. I watch Channel 14 in Iran. And so the interviewer asks him, do you want to work with me? And the Iranian says, yes.
So he's not a Mossad agent. He's a TV personality.
Okay, that makes more sense. So they're talking about eliminating this commander. This is like a 40-minute long thing. I'm trying to see, is there anything interesting here?
Don't play the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll take a better look at it and see if there's anything. I don't know. It might not be that great.
Take a look at it and see if there's any parts that you want to highlight.
Yeah. So going on to the map, we have a couple of things here. We have in Dublin, Ireland, we have a mosque that was attacked. And I will show you guys this. We can show this, right? It's probably fine. No copyright.
Yeah, you can show it.
Okay.
Oh my God.
We want Islam in Ireland. Do you understand? We do not want Islam in this country. Go back to your fucking country. Go back to your fucking country. I burned down a mosque in Talbot Street. Go back to your fucking country. We don't want Islam in this country. Do you understand? I want.
Yeah, so that is an Iranian in Dublin.
Is Iranian?
Yeah, it's an Iranian in Dublin spraying gasoline on the door of a mosque and setting it on fire.
Oh my God.
It's saying we don't want Islam in our country.
So
Yeah,
an
so
Iranian in Dublin just burned down the mosque saying we don't want Islam. Are you sure he was Iranian?
An Iranian man set fire to a prayer hall and Islamic education center in Ireland. So this guy fled from Iran, and now he's seeing mosques pop up in Dublin, Ireland, got agitated, and set it on fire.
Okay, we have to double check if he's Iranian. Yeah. So guys, I mean, obviously we don't endorse burning down mosques, but it is inevitable. Again, me saying this is not a support of the action. But when you have mass migration and you basically import this many people who with bad ideas, with garbage ideas that threaten the stability of your country, this type of reaction is inevitable.
Okay, and then Fizz Enthusiast is saying, yes, he was yelling that he fled Iran for this.
He fled Iran he fled Iran to get away from Islam, and now he's saying that where he's coming, there's also Islam.
Yeah, obviously it's not good to be violent and set things on fire. Do not do that.
Guys, you guys, I don't know if people were saying, yeah, that's a good thing, burn it down. I want to just make sure on YouTube, I say YouTube, we're against that, and I have to remove the chat because YouTube. Yeah, because we could get in trouble with YouTube thinking that we are advocating for that. And that would be a violation of YouTube's community guidelines. So please be mindful especially when I'm putting your messages on screen, what you say, if you want us to be able to keep our channel.
Yeah. So if we go back to the Middle East here real quick before we read the super chats, I want to give you guys some quick updates. So in Baghdad, in Iraq, they have resumed, the United States has restarted dollar payments to Iraq. For months, they did not pay the Iraqi government in terms of aid, but now that al-Zaidi has been arresting terrorists and seemingly being on the right track, the United States has restarted their aid plan to the country of Iraq. Moving west to Israel. In Israel, the Israeli police have arrested an American. Now, we don't know if this is an Iranian American, but they're saying American so far, on charges of spying for the Islamic Republic of Iran. Police have arrested a 20-year-old American citizen on a suspicion of cooperating with the intelligence apparatus of the Islamic Republic. He lived in the greater Jerusalem area, was photographing sensitive and secure locations of the IDF, and was confirmed to have been getting payments from agents that are affiliated with the Islamic Republic every time he took pictures of these things. He was arrested, and that is all the information that we have so far. So good job, Israeli police.
Thank you. Thank you for your service.
And yeah. Going on to Saudi Arabia, we've gotten some more clearance or clarification, but this is from the Wall Street Journal, so take it with a grain of salt, who are reporting that, this part is true, that Saudi Arabia at the beginning was not allowing the United States to use its bases and airspace for Project Freedom. That's true. And then the US eventually had to give up on Operation Freedom. That's also true. This new report is saying that because Saudi was doing this, the United States told them, if you're going to be difficult to deal with, we're not going to give you our missile interceptors. Like, we're going to delay the shipment of it. And Saudi, at the end, gave in and was like, okay, fine, you can start using our bases and stuff again. So just a little quick pointing out.
Yeah, you need to remind them that, like, how dare you, Saudi Arabia? How dare you? Like, you are so vulnerable without United States. You have nothing to defend, especially given your sensitivity with the Abrahamic Accord over the Palestinian state. Like, beggars can't be choosers. You're refusing to go under the security umbrella of Israel because of the so-called Palestinian statehood, and America is providing you security for free, and then you dare come out and say, like, don't use our bases. How about we put you in your place by reminding you that you have nothing to defend yourself with, and the only reason why you are even a viable country is because of the United States lets you be, because the United States is protecting you. You are nothing without the United States. Know your place.
Yeah, it's very annoying. Very annoying. The fact that Iranians have to suffer because of a lot of these Persian Gulf Arab countries is brought me no joy. Quite the opposite. So it turns out that Hila clarified for us that the person arrested for spying for the Islamic Republic was an Orthodox Jew from the United States of America. So he was not Iranian American, he was just American. American Jew. Thank you for that. The other update that I wanted to show you guys was for the funeral itself.
Ooh,
This is what we're looking at.
Yeah.
So
What?
Cut down that BS. Guys, that's him. That's Ali Khamenei right there. That's his box. That's his coffin. They're having a little preview. I guess some people have given access to it in this ceremony.
Wow, VIP access.
Yeah,
these
VIP
are
access.
guys. These people are so lucky. They get to have first access to the body before everyone else. Wait, why are you muting it? Go back. I want to hear them suffer. Okay.
Ya Hussein.
Oh, cry harder. This is Ali Khamenei's body. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, cry. These are our oppressors.
اصلا نمیشه باورم که دیگه نیستی بینمون.
Oh my God! I can't believe that you're not among us anymore. I can't believe it. Go on, go. Ali can't. Ali can't do it.
واسه یکی دوتا که نیست تو رو گرفتن ازمون. تو رو گرفتن.
Ali really hates this. Oh, look at them. Oh, what is that? What are they doing?
Guys, the scarves, they're rubbing their scarves against the coffin and throwing them back down to the people.
Oh, they're keffiyeh and stuff. They're rubbing it on the body and then give it back. Oh my God, he's saying like it's time to say goodbye. So guys, this is a very limited, like there's so many people who want to be here. These people have been given limited VIP access, right? The main crowd is going to be on July 4th, but I don't know how connected these people are to be able to get this access, to be able to get a preview. Really connected to be able to get a preview of Ali Khamenei's, I don't know, coffin before they come and show it to the rest of the crowd.
Yeah, for example, you guys see that top left part where the coffin is and there's like that white like flower petals and stuff. So we can actually see how connected people are. Because that's Ahmed.
Wow! Oh my God!
This is a VIP. VIP.
Guys, look at this. Sneaky, sneaky. Vahidi, the head of IRGC, was spotted.
Yeah, for the first
This
time, by
must
the
be-
way, since February 28th, he was spotted. This is the only thing he's come out for is this. So he's going to be there at the funeral itself as well, which is in 2 days, which, I mean, we thought he was dead. He's alive,
Oh,
apparently.
I didn't. I
Wow.
never said that. People said like
I
he's
thought he
dead.
was
I was
dead.
like, I said maybe. I said maybe. I said he's also he could be in a hole, and he's afraid of. My theory is that he was hiding from Ghalibaf. That was my
Mhm.
theory, right? My theory was that he. Yeah. By the way, people are pointing out that he looks like Shrek right now under the green light.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my theory was that he was hiding from Ghalibaf, and he was worried that Ghalibaf will basically sell him out to the Americans and kill him. I think that Ghalibaf managed to get him on the no-kill list as a favor, and he must have gotten something big in return from Vahidi to get him on the no-kill list.
Probably his allegiance. For
By the
now.
way, he was seen one day before this.
Oh,
I
really?
have the picture. Yeah,
I thought this was the same day. Okay.
No, so this was. I mean, this was earlier today.
Okay. Same day.
So same day, yeah. So this was earlier today, and this was released by Tasneem, IRGC affiliated media.
There he is.
Yes, and this is this is them planning the farewell ceremony. So this is them planning the farewell ceremony, and there he is.
Ahmad Vahidi is still alive. We have another person who's come out. We haven't seen him in a while as well. We have this guy.
Radon! Oh my god. This guy needs to die.
در 3 استان تهران، قم و مشهد انجام وظیفه خواهند کرد. 200,000 نیرو از مرز تا به این استانها بحث جاده ها و پوشش مرز را خواهند داشت. کلیه گذرهای هوایی و زمینی ما آمادن برای پذیرش مهمانهای خارجی که
So he's saying that we have 60,000 troops in just Tehran, Qom, and Mashhad alone to provide security. Then we have another 200,000 troops that are providing, for the funeral of Ali Khamenei. We have another 200,000 troops providing security in the provinces. And then we have our Air Force, what's left of it, and other troops to, blah, 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 blah. We're also expecting foreign representatives to show up.
تمایل دارن به تهران یا مشهد یا قم تشریف بیارن برای این مراسم پیش بینی شده و آماده شده.
So indeed, he's actually right. There will be foreign representatives from multiple different countries coming to the Islamic Republic to pay their respects for Ali Khamenei. Russia and China have already confirmed that they are sending representatives. And I think there was some Stan country, probably Pakistan. A lot of these countries will be sending people to come pay their respects.
By the way, guys, please, this is happening in 2 days. The funeral is in 2 days, and this is going to be one of the most historical moments in the history of the Islamic Republic. Like, this is going to be a turning point. This is going to be the end of chapter 2 of the Islamic history with the funeral and the beginning of chapter 3, the official beginning of chapter 3 of the Islamic Republic. So it's very important for the Islamic Republic to get this right. And it's very important for the Supreme Office of the Supreme Leadership to make maximum use of this, because they're dealing with a crisis of legitimacy, especially the Office of the Supreme Leadership is dealing with a crisis of legitimacy, and they need to do everything to maintain their soft power and the sense of sacredness of the Supreme Leader. So this is a huge event that many people within the Islamic Republic are doing all their best to get right. So, and it's happening in 2 days on July 4th.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
And also, the Americans have given permission to the Islamic Republic to put a pause on the negotiations so that they could go deal with the funeral and return to the negotiations after the funeral. So the Americans are being very nice. They're like, okay, you could get 1 week off, not talk to us, and deal with that, and then we'll come back and continue the negotiations. Very generous of the Americans.
Oh, by the way, this ceremony was unannounced. The one that they put Khamenei's coffin in, it was unannounced, and as well as it was actually built on the former supreme leader's palace, like where he actually died. This is where he died.
Oh, wait, so all of that structure was just built? Can you show it to us again?
Yeah, I mean it's
sure?
a pretty it's a pretty like temporary
Oh, that
room.
one. That one.
This
that
one.
one. I thought you were talking.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. That one,
Yeah.
yes.
This was unannounced.
Happening on top of the Beit Rahbari, like the office of the where Khamenei
That was
lived.
bombed.
Yeah, that was bombed. Turned
So
into pop.
by unannounced, I mean they're just saying it was a very private event. So I think all the big dogs were there.
You had to know somebody that knows somebody to be able to even know that this is happening.
Yeah.
Once in a lifetime
exactly.
opportunity. Yeah, guys, like everybody who's loyal, like who loves Ali Khamenei, is like, I need to, this is my only chance to say, like, especially if you have never seen him speak, you're going to be feeling so guilty if you don't go there, because you're like, this is my last chance to say goodbye to him before they put him in the ground. So people want to go.
Yeah, exactly. And so all across Tehran, they've been setting up these. Look at these tents.
Oh my God. Wow. So these are for people who are coming to sleep in, people who are coming to the funeral from faraway places. My God. That looks so uncomfortable.
Yes. And then after that, we also have the vehicle at which they're going to parade Khamenei's body in. Guys, what you're seeing here is a like parade style float vehicle. I'm gonna cut down the audio to it. Look at that. They're building a whole like
no, give us the
type.
audio. Give us the audio. Go from the beginning. I want to see. I'm gonna get the full marketing material.
Okay.
Go to the beginning. Yeah.
This is their propaganda material. Yep. So they're going to build this whole structure, finish it off, and then put it on the back of like a massive truck and parade it around. Or so they say.
Wow. I thought it's going to be an ice cream truck. I'm very disappointed. Is this a funeral or a festival? Like, or something in between?
Same. Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing for sure. So in terms of kinetic action, there's not really much going on today. And with that, let's go to the super chats. Marcus saying 2, just in case there will be a poll. Yeah, no poll today.
Okay. That's a good one. I like this ongoing joke we have here. Love it. We should do a poll then, and later maybe.
Yeah, it could be like, do you think Khamenei's funeral will be crashed? Like, do you think Mossad, Immortal Jar to Javidan, Immortal Guard? Do you think USA, Israel? Do you think something's gonna happen? Something's gonna happen. You put.
Here's one thing I'm gonna just put out there. I'm not saying this is gonna happen. I'm just putting it out there in case it does. There might be an attack on the funeral by, guess who?
Potito.
No. Guess again. An attack
No, I would.
on civilians in the funeral.
By who?
By IRGC. By parts
Why?
of the IRGC that are against the MOU. To rile up anger against the enemies of the Islamic Republic and go back to war.
Oh,
This would be the ultimate opportunity for segments of the regime who are against the MOU and negotiations to do maximum damage so that they could basically stop any talks of negotiations.
Wow. I hadn't thought about that. I was more focused on the fact that the Immortal Guard would be doing something.
Nope.
Yeah, that's a great point. There are, after all, different factions with different agendas. Yeah, you know, I was thinking, I'm not gonna show you guys who posted this, although you could probably tell. But you know what I'm saying?
Wait, no, don't show that. No, don't show that. Don't show that. No.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I tried to remove it. There we go. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. You know, you could be completely right. Wow. That's definitely a possibility to go back to war. I mean,
All right, let's
yeah,
go through
that would be
super
the
chats.
biggest
We're running out
spectacle.
of time.
And thanks, Marcus. So James Moore is saying, guys, remember when Ukraine ripped off Russia if someone killed some guy? They did how do you make $13 million US? Let's go. When Ukraine ripped off Russia, if someone killed some guy. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. If you type in the chat, like more details, maybe. But thank you, James. Appreciate it. Appreciate the super chat. And he also said, atheists do not cremate, do they? I smell a gas leak. Atheists don't cremate? I mean,
Atheists,
depends,
atheists
right?
do cremate. Yeah. They do sometimes. Yeah.
Gotcha. Maybe he meant Muslims.
Oh, Muslims. Oh, yes.
Maybe.
That would make a lot more sense. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes a lot more sense. Yes, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, now I get it. Yeah.
A gas leak. Thank you, James. And the real Sal says, Addy, have you ever had a dream that you had you could you'll do you wants you could do so you'll do you could you want them to do you so much you could do anything? No, I haven't. But I'm surprised I read the whole thing without skipping a beat. Okay, thank you. You almost got me. You almost got me. But thanks, real Sal. And James Moore is saying, consider the people who are their security, like using the crowd as a shield, he means.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't put it past them. They would do it. They would hit their own people. It's not a terribly far-fetched idea. You see, James? You see what they're up to? And Fleshy Interloper says, check for gas leaks very carefully. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very carefully.
Yeah.
Guys, that would be, man, please be aware of your surroundings. Just saying. Who knows? You know, that person in the IRGC group chat was saying, oh, man, I hope there are no bombings. I hope, stay far apart from each other. You should listen to her words. And Mark of Reality saying, I saw your explanation of certain people rising in power and then others calling them out. This really is a game of drones. Game of Durka drone thrones. Yeah, it really is. That's how convoluted this stuff gets. I mean, and this power struggle has been going on for years. It's not new. They knew that Khamenei was going to pass away at some point. They got preparations done. Thank you, Mark. And Steak and Beans was gifted 10 Liberty Politics memberships. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Very
Thank
kind.
you.
And Jagatai saying, Ali, as a cardiac scientist, what's your experience and opinion on mitral gas leaks? How about the sinoatrial explosions? Thoughts on aortic accidents? Yeah, so people don't know this, but when you are doing heart surgery and you have electrical tools in there, when you deliver electricity into the heart, you are actually splitting apart water into hydrogen and oxygen gas, from liquid to gas. And that bubble can build up in the heart during your surgery and build up to the point where the pressure explodes inside of the heart. You can actually have mitral gas leaks. I'm not even kidding. You can actually have them. So that's funny. Thank you, Jagatai.
Thank you.
And Fleshy
Yay.
Interloper says, Yo, Ali Grams. Yeah, we had some. We had some today. I'm going to go look again tonight. Thank you, Fleshy.
They're really good.
Thank you. And Jagatai is saying, Islam is definitely not a cult of personality or idolatry or virtue signaling. Yeah, definitely not.
Not at all. Sarcasm, guys, for people who can detect that, by the way.
Yeah. Definitely not. Some people are saying that something's happened to 2C in the chat. Like 2C TV might have to shut down. And I've been seeing that for the past like hour. Does anyone have the scoop on what happened? And Fleshy said, not dead enough. Not dead enough. The Islamic Republic? Wait, who's not dead enough?
Mushtaba? Mushtaba is not dead
Mujtaba?
enough.
Oh, yeah. Guys, it's crazy. His wife, Mujtaba's wife, her funeral happened. I think it was yesterday or the day before. And he was
didn't show
not
up
there. He did
for
not
his
show up
wife's
to his
funeral.
wife's funeral. And
Honestly,
so people are
if he
really thinking, yeah.
No, go ahead.
People are really thinking he's not going to show up for his father's birthday. He didn't show up for his wife's.
If he does show up for his father's birthday, people are going to be like, well, what the hell? Why didn't you show up
Such a lose-lose.
for your wife's funeral if you could show up for your father's funeral?
Oh, man. This is great. Digging themselves into a hole they can't get out of. And I think Fleshy was talking about Vahidi. Yeah, he's almost there. I mean, he looked like it. So Ian, thank you, Fleshy. Thank you so much. And Ian was saying he just announced it half an hour ago on his live stream that he's shutting down. He announced that he's shutting down.
I don't think
Why?
he's shutting down. I think he's under threat.
I see. Wait, can anyone get a confirmation on that? Anyone know?
It's 37-minute video. I'm just looking at it right now, and for some
Okay.
reason, there's
Okay.
not a summary
Wow,
of it. Yeah.
man.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Let's
And
see.
again, thanks, Fleshy,
don't-
and thanks, Ian. Sorry, what was that?
I think he's. I mean, I hope he's going to be back.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe he has to
I'm pretty sure he's
relocate.
going to survive this. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he might need to relocate, and he's going to be back.
Yeah. Mark of Reality is saying it really is a celebration of the 4th of July. Oh yeah. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm leaning more towards something is going to happen. Some incident is going to happen, I feel like. It's such a massive event and there's so many eyes on it. Yeah, I don't know. But thanks, Mark. We have Fire Jack, who has said, what is your opinion on the New York Times report? Oh, I saw that one. That Israel was plotting to eliminate Arakchi and Ghalibaf, and then the US warned Arakchi and Ghalibaf for that. Is it true? Are you for this theory or against it? I'm for eliminating any IRGC. I think the New York Times has sprouted a lot of bullcrap, a lot of like just things for clicks and views, and their credibility has plummeted in the past 12 months alone. I read that and it just seemed very far-fetched to me because this is the assumption. that Trump told Arakchi and Ghalibaf that Israel was about to assassinate them. Like he must, that's the assumption that we're making. That's what they're saying, which is wild. It's wild. I'm not saying the chance is 0, but it's wild. So I don't know. It's very, very speculatory.
Even if it's true, we can't know because New York Times said IDF is getting dogs to rape Palestinians, and you can't do that.
Yeah.
So you can't train dogs to rape humans. Okay, so that's what they said.
If it was like Fox News, I'd be like, whoa. But yeah, Wall Street Journal, New York Times, whatever they say, I'm going to be like, oh, okay. So yeah, dang, I wish I knew. Yeah, some of the parts of the story check out, like Arakchi and Ghalibaf did have to immediately land their plane at a certain point. And like the New York Times is using that as like part of their reasoning. So it's just far-fetched.
So here's what is probably true. It is true that United States put certain people within the Islamic Republic on a no-kill list if they are working, if they're giving the Americans what they want them to surrender to the Americans. But I think what New York Times probably does is it takes something that has some truth to it and then it turns it into something much bigger than it actually is.
Yeah.
That's what I think happens. Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely did that. Thank you, Firejack. Appreciate you.
But it might be true. We're not saying it's not true, though. That might be true. I would just think that there's a need to, like, we're not saying New York Times is wrong. We're just saying that for us to believe it, we need a better source. That's all. So that story might be true. But again, we need a better source.
Agreed. Thanks, Firejack. And we have General Patton saying, what do you think the chances of a civil war within the regime are? And if so, if it's going to happen, is that going to weaken them enough for the people to potentially rise up? Depends on the severity of the civil war.
Yes. And it depends on how much IRGC is getting hit, right? So from the 4 segments of the Islamic Republic, if 3 of them are fighting against each other and IRGC is not getting that much damage from the civil war, then it's not going to weaken the regime in the way that we want. The attacks need to be against the IRGC for this to be effective. And that's why I get so excited when I see, and the IRGC has 3 main powers, right? Soft power, economic power, and military power. So the first signs for the attacks to start happening against the IRGC is to attack the soft power of IRGC. So if you see now more narratives against the IRGC, that is the beginning of the attacks on the IRGC internally. That's why I get excited every time I see that the pro-regime people are now turning against IRGC, even if it's at a low level. It is the beginning, because we already saw the beginnings of what we're saying happening right now 5 years ago. So if we see the beginnings of attacks on IRGC being normalized, this could lead to further, more serious attacks on IRGC down the line.
Yes. Here's the timeline. In the near future, you will see more attacks on the soft power of the IRGC, like Armin's predicting. In that period of time, when the IRGC soft power is being attacked, there is a high likelihood of escalation. If Ghalibaf gets his way, though, and he completes his plan without a hitch, then the Iranian people are much worse off than before in terms of the regime staying. But during that conflict time, that is an opportunity. Thanks, Patton. And Miss Hypnotic saying, Tusi hit a backlog roadblock on his visa to move his company to the United States. He asked for contacts to speed up the process. Oh, okay. So he's moving, trying to get, okay, that makes sense. He's trying to get out of the UK, but he has to bring his company with him. That makes total sense. Okay.
So I think he's going to figure it out. One way or another, he's going to figure it out. I think he's going to figure it out. He has enough friends and contacts to be able to help him eventually.
Yeah. And I mean, Tusi's never going to give up.
Wish him the best.
The worst case scenario, he just restarts.
Yes. I believe in him. He's going to figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, best of luck to him. Thanks, Miss Hypnotic, on the update.
Thank you.
And James Moore saying, any bets on one of the IRGC employed funeral security that are gonna open gunfire on a drone that's filming the event? Oh, that's funny. He's gonna mistake the filming drone for like a spy.
You know, dude. Okay. I bet you everybody's gonna.
God.
Yes. What?
You know, Armin, that might be true because that actually might happen. So, remember, I was showing you guys. Come on, where is it? It's somewhere here. There it is. There it is. You guys remember this? James, do you remember this? The grade 2 and grade 3 mentally insane. There will be people providing security who are schizophrenic and have murdered someone before, and they're going to be given a weapon and provided security. So you never know, James. It might happen. And with that, those are all the super chats for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. I will be going live in, sorry, not going live. I will be having my group discussion in an hour and 20 minutes. So please show up there. Just click on the link in the description. It's for free. Not recorded, not streamed. We're just going to talk really, honestly.
So guys,
and
yeah, go on.
Yeah, and I would like to see you guys there. So please join. Other than that,
so guys,
please subscribe to Liberty Politics.
Go talk
to
Ali. Ali is making himself available in this for you to talk to and answer your questions regarding a variety of topics. So the link again, this is the discussion group. The link is in the chat, and none of your conversation is being recorded or live stream. So you could go there and talk to Ali and ask your questions or give your opinions. And once you're in the group discussion, the way to find the group call is either on the homepage. You could click on this link over at the homepage over here, or you could go into the calendar and look at today's events, and you can see it's right. This one is with Ali. This is the group call that you could have with Ali. There's going to be him and other people there. So go check it out. The link is in the description. Yeah. The link is in the QR code in the top left. The link is in the chat. And also the link is in Liberty Politics, our YouTube channel, in the bio section over here, if you guys want to check that out.
Yes. And subscribe to Liberty Politics, because we have some other sections coming up. So today at 8 p.m. So after I finish my group discussion, we have Grease Monkey, who goes live. And then in terms, he covers American politics. Then we also have another portion of Liberty Politics called Guy Landau. And he talks about Israeli politics. And he goes live a few hours before we do. So we got total coverage for you guys.
Yes. And the link again for Grease Monkey is in the chat as well. So go subscribe to him.
Yep.
All right, guys. So that's us. And we'll see you again, same time tomorrow. And until then, I'm Israel Chai.
I'm Israel Chai. Slava Ukraine.
Slava Ukraine.
Cuba
Libre. Long live America. Javisha. Payande Iran. See you guys.